Good morning, sleepyheads! Denver's bakery scene is exploding right now, so in today's video, I'm taking you to 5 of our heaviest hitters to see how good they really are. We're not here to rate them or rank them, we're just here for pure, unadulterated pastry pleasure. So let's go ahead and get to our first spot before the line gets too long. All right, for our first spot, we are in my hometown of Parker. We're at Poulet Bake Shop, which is known as not only the best bakery in Colorado, but one of the best in the country. I'm lucky to have it close by. They just recently moved from a small location into a bigger kitchen, so we're gonna go ahead and try them out. I'm very lucky because it usually has a line that starts to form about 10 minutes before opening, and no one's here yet, so I get to be first. All right, about 5 minutes to open, and as you can see, there's a line. All right, the box is secure. We got 4 different pastries. It did cost about $30, but they did hook me up with a 20% discount. So shout out to Poulette. Staff is amazing. These tables are small, so bear with me. I got the pain au chocolat. They say like a croissant rolled up with some chocolate inside. You can already hear how flaky that is. Thank goodness I'm doing this outside, not in my car. This is a cacio e pepe pastry here. So I got something savory. I had to get their jam dower. So this is a flaky pastry with a little layer of custard and then jam. And then they are known for their stuffed croissants. This one has banana and coffee flavors on it. All right, pain au chocolat. Listen to this crunch. Super flaky and buttery. I need to get to the chocolate though. You get to that nice bitter chocolate. It's a little bit hard, a little bit soft, right? It's not oozing or anything like that, but in that warm, flaky pastry, it just kind of melts in your mouth. Really delicious. I'm already ruining the presentation of this because I got the pain au chocolat all over my jam dower. Love the custard on the inside, and you get that nice kind of sharpness and acidity from the jam, and I love raspberry jam. This is becoming one of my new favorite pastries. All right, we're gonna go ahead and try their cacio e pepe pastry. This one almost just reminds me of a savory version of the jam dower. Super flaky, but then you get the saltiness from the cheese on there. And then they also have baked cheese on top. I almost wish there was some sort of sauce on this, like a Grado or a white sauce to kind of go with the theme. But this is still really, really delicious. All right, so I saved the monster for last because I already know it's gonna get super messy. And I just realized I did not grab any napkins or anything like that. So I immediately regret that decision. Here we go. This is messy and I have it all over my face, and I'm not sorry. That banana flavor really comes through in their creme there. You have the different textures with like the little, I don't know if they're like coffee, little sugar balls, and then they have a nice big crunchy like toffee thing on top. If you're a banana lover, you're gonna love this dessert. If you ever find yourself in the suburbs of Denver or want to make the trip, it's definitely worth it. Now on to our next spot. All right, we're over at spot number 2. I don't think you could have a best bakeries in Colorado video without this place. It's called Izzio Bakery, and it's over inside Denver Central Market. All right, so I am eating in the alleyway here in the back, which is such a really cool spot. There's like artwork all over the wall. So if you ever come to Denver Central Market, this is definitely the spot to eat as opposed to inside where it's a little bit crowded and kind of busy. So I just want to shout out to the manager, Catherine, who's here today. She helped me kind of get everything all set up. You're going to see her hands here in a second. She broke this in half for me and poured the caramel on. So she's getting all the cinematic shots here. But all right, we're going to go ahead and start with the savory item first. So I got some avocado toast with some poached eggs on there. And the reason that I got it is I want to eat something savory. And also they are making their own bread here, which is awesome. All right, let's see if these eggs are cooked properly. Love a good runny egg. Our bread is nicely toasted as well. The bread is still nice and crusty with the egg cracked over and with the avocados not turning to mush.
I love it. Here we have our passion fruit tart. I just thought this looked very pretty. It's got a little meringue on top with a little bit of a toast on it. Love the meringue. It's nice and fluffy. It sticks to your lips, but the tartness from that curd inside, very, very bright. Love that. Nice and sharp. And then I love the tart crust. If you've been following my channel, you know that I actually came here probably a year ago and did a viral restaurants video because these were going crazy viral online. It's called La Bar. They have 4 different options. This is their chocolate Dubai La Bar. It's got a little bit of gold flake on it, a little bit of crushed pistachio on it. Looks beautiful. Super flaky exterior. And they have a little bit of chocolate on the bottom, and then the pistachio cream, and then a layer of ganache on top. I love this. I could probably only eat a few bites at a time because it's so rich, but absolutely delicious. I would definitely come here and share this with someone. Now, this has already been broken into, but you saw how beautiful it was beforehand. This is their banoffee crown. I'm telling you, banoffee, I've already had it twice in one day and haven't really had it beforehand. Look at the custard inside. We have some cream on top and some caramel. You have fresh bananas in there as well with a little bit of crumble on there. This one is almost pure decadence because it's filled with the custard. You have a thick layer of the cream. You have the caramel. Definitely delicious. But again, everything in moderation unless you're on YouTube. This is going to be my face all day. I'm going to pack these up and then on to our next one. We are at our 3rd spot and we're at a very famous street on the outskirts of the city called Tennyson, and we're going to a bakery that I've never been to before, so I'm super excited. It's called Bakery 4. Let's get inside. You know I'm a dad because I'm about to say I got it here at the perfect time because now there's a giant line and I was like 3rd line when I walked in. So this place is on and popping and it's after 10 a.m. Basically just let the worker behind the counter pick my pastries, except for I did ask for that croissant because it just looked so good. I got a chocolate chunk cookie. I got a Spandauer, which is, I think is that one over there. This one I think has some sort of cardamom in it. And then another Danish. So yeah, and then I also have an iced mocha coming. All right, so their barista gave me a very interesting story all about their coffee. They are working with a lot of mom and pop roasters from South America, so that is very cool. Iced mocha, nice and chocolatey, just like I like. Perfect bevy for my sweet treats. All right, I'm actually gonna hold on to the chocolate chip cookie for the kiddos, but this just looks beautiful. Almost has like swirls of chocolate in there and flaky sea salt on the top. So that's for them, not for me. So I know I'm in my 3rd spot, but I'm finally getting a croissant. This one just looked too perfect not to get. I remember making croissants in baking class when I was in culinary school, and it is difficult. It's a laminated dough, which means you kind of mix dough and then butter, and then you kind of layer it, and then you roll it out, layer it again. But now I think in some of these bakeries, they have big machines doing it for them. So that's the same as when I was in school. But let's go ahead and break it open. Ooh, listen to that crunch. Oh. Brings me back to Paris, which I will be at in a few weeks. But yeah, nice and buttery, nice and flaky, nice and airy, but still has just like the tiniest little chew to it as well. I completely destroyed this croissant, but it is beautiful. So what you saw in Poulette was a raspberry Spandauer. This is just a regular vanilla bean curd Spandauer, so a little bit of a difference there. Love the flavor on this one. Nice and sweet, flaky outer layer. And to me, vanilla bean custard is my favorite thing in the whole wide world because I love creme brulee. So this is really thick, but still nice and creamy. This is that cardamom pastry that the worker picked out for me. I usually don't love cardamom, but we're gonna give it a try because I don't want to be rude. All right, let's go ahead and open it up. Oh, it's flaky. Oh, it's so flaky. Oh my gosh, it's making a mess. Thank goodness there's a box here because that literally just crumbled everywhere. Cardamom is not overpowering, which I appreciate. It's almost giving me like Middle Eastern vibes whenever I eat Middle Eastern food and there's cardamom in it. So yeah, not the best for me, but if you like cardamom, you're gonna love that one. And then finally, this is almost just like a cinnamon sugar pastry that's made with their croissant pieces, which I like that they're utilizing all their product here. It's almost giving me like cronut vibes because of that cinnamon sugar. Airy, flaky, and tons of layers on there. All right, so for spot number 4, we only had to drive a few miles, but we are in Wheat Ridge now. We're at GetRight's Bakery. And before we get in there, I just want to thank you all so much for a great start to 2026. Half of the year is pretty much here, but we are chasing that 50,000 subscriber mark. So please, if you like these videos, thumbs up and subscribe. All right, we're gonna start with sweet first, and then we're gonna get to savory because I think I'm getting to my limit on sweets. But this is a maple and vanilla, almost like a cinnamon bun, but it's, again, pastry. And I've been seeing these everywhere, all over social media. It's like, you know, almost like a soft pillowy dough, and then it's filled with cream. I'm thinking it's just whipped cream, a little powdered sugar, but I'm not quite sure. And then, of course, I had to get their giant slice of pizza. I didn't get a chance to put them in my pizza vlog that you hopefully saw a few weeks ago, but I'm getting it now, so I'm making up for it. So let's go ahead and try that. So nice and beautiful. Nice shell on the top. Now maple is coming through strong. I like that. This one's very sweet. And then this one, that's that viral one. Again, this is gonna get all over my face, and I did not grab napkins. Wow. Because I think there is almost like a custard or something like that inside, and then whipped cream over the top. I'm not sure if it's maybe like a Bavarian cream or anything like that, but whatever it is, it's super silky and smooth. I really like it. It's my first time having this. It's absolutely delicious. I could see how these will be viral. I think they're viral in Japan, but we have it over here at GetRight's. All right, this might be my last shot at savory of the video, but look at this thing. Covered in Parmesan cheese, crispy undercarriage, like that. I went with the pepperoni, but they do have 4 different options. I think the other one was sausage with Alfredo sauce, and then they have a plain cheese. I think they also have a marinara without cheese as well. So, giving you options. Who would have thought that some of the best pizza around is coming from a bakery? Well, I guess if you think about the dough, then it's not a surprise, but wow, this is crispy from end to end. Great undercarriage. Love the cupping pepperonis on top. Nice and crunchy, and then just loaded with fresh Parmesan. I'm gonna take a bite of the crust as well. Crispy, crunchy, cheesy for sure. And they like little chunks of the tomato. This is a really good slice. It is a little bit pricey, but it is big. So just keep that in mind when you come here, but excellent. All right, we've made it to our final destination. As you can see, we are at Edgewater Public Market, and we're at probably the most famous bakery in all of Denver. We're at Black Box, and we came for their famous square dessert. I think it's called the Cube. We're gonna go finish strong. Let's go. All right, it is such a beautiful day outside, so we're gonna go ahead and eat at one of their benches. I don't think I noticed this before, but I believe they are an outer space themed bakery because it says spaced out. And I think I've read that somewhere. So, all right, so Black Box comes in a black box. Love that. All right, so I went with just a bunch of different items that they suggested, so bear with me here. All right, so it is funny. I asked them if they're still doing the cubes. Actually came here probably a year, maybe even more than that. I got this giant cube that's like cream filled. It was going viral, and the guy's like, "Yeah, we're still making them." We read that. So yeah, these are a little teeny tiny cube, right? You can see all the different little layers in there, but that's okay because again, this is my 5th spot of the day, so I'm happy it's not a giant cube. I just thought it was kind of funny, but looks nice and flaky. A little bit of cocoa powder on the top. I'm going to try this one. Oh, good. Okay, guys, here we go. Here's our money shot. I'm almost like a chocolate and vanilla cream. Wow. Love that. I'm actually so happy that it's a small size because I could probably eat that whole thing. Wow. Now this one came recommended by the barista inside. Looks like it is, you know, a laminated pastry, and it has like a chocolate swirl on it, and it almost has like, I don't know, it could be like a toffee crumble on top, but whatever it is, looks good. Almost reminds me of like one of those pastry cinnamon rolls, right? It's like super flaky. You can see a little section of like almost like a cinnamon butter on the inside. So you peel away the outer layers just to get it to that center. It's almost like a chocolate cinnamon roll on steroids. This came highly recommended by one of the pastry chefs inside. It's a carrot cake pastry. You can see the cream cheese, little dollops on top, some crumble on there. Here we go. You could taste all the different spices that you would in a carrot cake on there. And I love that cream cheese frosting, little dollops on top. Brandy is gonna love this one. Last but not least, we have our lemon meringue, almost like a tower, right? It's toasted on top. I like that. If you look at the bottom, you can see all that meringue. It's about to come out everywhere. That's the one thing about this video. It's just so messy. It's so flaky and crumbly. Thank goodness I'm not doing this in my car. All right, wish me luck. Here we go. I'm gonna have to bite it from the bottom. Here we go, guys. This one's just a little hard to eat for me because it's got the meringue on the top and the custard coming out the bottom. I want a bite of both. That lemon custard, so smooth and creamy, and it's not overpowering. It's just got a nice little brightness, a little sharpness to it. I usually don't love lemon flavored desserts, but I can eat this no problem. It's actually very enjoyable. Brandy's favorite dessert is carrot cake, so I'm definitely gonna bring this pastry home for her. I need to come off of my sugar high right now, so I'm just gonna sit here, enjoy the weather, enjoy my second iced mocha of the day, and enjoy another good vlog. I'm sad to see it go, but I'll see you guys very, very soon.
5 incredible bakeries down, but let's be real. Denver has way too many good spots for just one video. Comment your absolute favorite bakery below and I'll make sure to add it to the next vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep an eye out because my family and I are heading to Europe for 2 weeks. Expect some amazing European content coming your way soon. Now, people always say there's no good pizza in Denver, but click on the video right here on your screen where I ranked every major pizza spot in town to see if they're actually true. See you there.